Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Compass. This is our weekly devotion here at Cornerstone United Methodist Church in Oklahoma City. So glad that you turn in to listen and watch this devotion. We are still in our devotional series called Unshakable, and today I want to focus on unshakable faith. It comes from Matthew chapter 15, verses 24 through 28. He answered, I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel. The woman came and knelt before him. Lord, help me, she said. He replied, It is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs. Yes, it is, Lord, she said. Even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from the master's table. Then Jesus said to her, Woman, you have great faith. Your request is granted. And her daughter was healed at that moment. I want to break this passage down in several parts. Here's the first part. Jesus speaks. You find that in verse 24. He answered, I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The words that come out of Jesus' mouth explained his mission. God's Messiah was for the Israelites, as all the prophets foretold. But if we know our Old Testament, we know that all the nations would be blessed through the seed of Abraham. All of them would be allowed to enter the kingdom. So maybe we assume that Jesus was just unwilling to heal her because it's not the time for the Gentiles yet. His primary focus was on the Jews. Then he would get to the Gentiles later. But we have seen him healed a Gentile centurion. You find that in Matthew chapter 8, verses 5 through 13. So the question is, what is really going on here? We might expect the woman to give up by now. Jesus has said no. I guess it's the first time for everything, right? Jesus will not heal her daughter. And then we look at the second part where we see now this woman is begging. We find that in verse 25. But she came and knelt before him, saying, Lord, help me. The second attempt is even more impressive than the first. In the first attempt, she was willing to be humiliated by calling out for Jesus' help, knowing he was a Jewish teacher. She even called him Son of David. She recognizes that he is the Messiah who descended from David. But now she drops that title, kneels before him, and simply says, Lord, help me. Why did she drop that title? Jesus' words, I have come to shepherd the lost sheep of Israel. Make it clear that he is after the mission for the son of David right now. She drops that title because it did not help her cause in that moment. Instead, she just begs him as her Lord. She submits herself fully to Jesus. And then here's the third thing. Jesus changes his illustration. You find that in verse 26. And he said, "It is not right to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs." Look at how Jesus adjusts his reason as she adjusted her plea. He says, "It is not right to throw the children's bread to dogs." In saying this, he doesn't call her dog. He uses this illustration to show the difference between the Gentiles and the Jews in the eyes of God. The Jews are trying to serve God alone because they have been called out as God's chosen nation. They are his children. He has been developing to receive the Messiah. The Gentiles have constantly worshipped many gods and pursued all kinds of ungodly ways. They do not care about the Lord of God. They are unclean. So, it would not be right for Jesus to abandon God's people to bless other nations. Listen to this woman's response. Crumbs. Verse 27. She said, "Yes, Lord, yet even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table." Her response is priceless. Notice that she does not argue with the truth that Jesus presented. She doesn't say we are all God's children. No. Does she says, "How dare you call me dog?" She does not despise him. And she is not offended by the dog analogy. Instead, she embraces it. She says, "I know I am only a dog, but I want to be a pet that gets the leftovers." She doesn't say, "I deserve an equal share of the blessings." She recognizes her unworthiness while believing that Jesus has enough blessings to spill over to her. Wow. She realizes that receiving mere crumbs from this blessing would be worth living and worth giving her life to Jesus. In essence, what she's saying is, "I'm not worthy. Lord, I'm not worthy. But please, bless me." And listen to what Jesus said after this woman made this remarkable statement. Great faith. Verse 28. Then Jesus answered her, "O woman, great is your faith. Be it done for you as you desire. And her daughter was healed instantly. Jesus proclaims how great this woman's faith is for everyone to hear. Then he heals her daughter. She gets the crumbs she asked for. So what's the point here? In hindsight, why did Jesus remain silent and speak this way to the woman if he was willing to heal her? Jesus put her faith on display for his disciples to see. Gentiles have shown greater faith and less offense than all of Israel throughout the Gospel of Matthew. In this instance, Jesus tests this woman's faith. His silence was not a neglection. He just wanted to see her love and submission. If this woman was accepted and her daughter healed immediately, just like that, we would not hear anything about her. But Jesus let her struggle a little bit so that she could prove her love for him. He even said hard things to her, but she was resilient. She knew she was unworthy, but she wanted his healing anyway. Isn't there a powerful lesson in that for us? I begin by asking, what kind of obstacles have basically prevented you from giving your life to Jesus? What kind of obstacle have prevented you from giving your life to Jesus? This woman had so many obstacles against her. Which of them prevented her from receiving part of the blessings, the blessing for herself? The answer is 0. Nothing prevented her. There are 3 specific qualities that she possesses. She's humble, persistent, and has complete faith in the goodness and the power of Jesus. These qualities helped her overcome obstacles and receive a blessing from Jesus. Wow, what an unshakable faith displayed by this woman. Can you pray this prayer with me? Father, forgive me for doubting. Forgive me for believing in my enemy. Today I confess my sins. Any sin in my life, I ask that you cleanse me and wash me with your blood. I break the power of fear in the name of your Spirit. I refuse to conform to this world. I'm transformed to the image and likeness of Jesus. Right now, your blood cleanses me and washes me. I make a decision to walk by faith. I will believe God for greater things. Impart to me your faith, O God. I believe you are giving me faith to believe greater things. I receive it now. Father, give me an encounter to experience your reality. Thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. Oh, my friends, as you go about your day today. I don't know what life is taking you through. I don't know what obstacles standing in your way, preventing you from experiencing such an or this unshakable faith in God. Regardless of what you are facing right now, I want you to continue having this unshakable faith in God, because our God is all powerful. Be blessed today. Be blessed always, and looking forward to you joining me again next week for another devotion. Until then, may God take care of us. Amen.